Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is going to be a quick look at a new knife that I just picked up. Obviously, as you can tell by the title, this is the Kershaw Dimension, and this is the box that it comes in. It's your standard red Kershaw box. Again, the name is Dimension, model number 3810, so if you want to look it up by that, there you go. And let's take a look at the knife. Now, the first thing that drew me to this knife is the fact that it has two full titanium handles. Now, obviously, if you'd be looking at a full titanium handle knife, normally you would see spending at over $100 for it. Now, what Kershaw was able to do is they were able to give you that option, but keep it well underneath that $100 mark. I believe anywhere from $50 to $60 for this knife, depending on where you find it, is a great bargain because it is a pretty good knife for what you're getting. The titanium handles are pretty thick, which is nice. It does give you a little added weight to the knife itself, but it also makes it very sturdy, and definitely you can use it for everyday tasks, and you're not going to be worried about the knife failing on you or anything like that. The blade is deployed via the flipper right up here, or you can use the thumb studs to deploy the blade as well, and it is dual thumb studs. Now, the thumb studs are pretty cool. They're actually it's hollow right through the middle there, so you're able to see right through it. So that's a pretty cool added feature, more aesthetics than anything. It does have Kershaw speed safe deployment, so if you use the flipper, the blade kind of flies out there, which is really nice. The blade is 3 inches, so it gives you more than enough blade for pretty much any EDC task that you might need. Anything from light to medium usage, I would definitely say this knife can handle. It is a stonewash finish on the hollow ground blade, so it's non-reflective, which is really nice because of the fact that the titanium scales are also bead blasted, so it definitely gives it a good continual look to the knife itself, as opposed to having a shiny blade with a more dull finished handle. The weight on the knife itself is 5 ounces, so again, that's where the thicker titanium slabs come into play to give it that little extra added weight. Now, to close the blade, it is a button lock, so you just press your thumb on the lock right here, and it disengages, and you close the blade. Okay, the lock felt very tight, which is nice. There's no blade play whatsoever on the actual blade. So this was one of my first encounters with a button lock, and that's one of the things that I wanted to see how that would react to just everyday usage and whatnot. And so far, it's been pretty good. The blade is perfectly centered, and when you deploy it, it deploys not as fast as some of the other assisted knives, but again, that's all dependent on how much pressure you put on the flipper or on the thumb studs. So again, it's not going to be something that's going to fly out of your hands pretty quickly, but obviously it does the job of bringing out the blade when you need it. The pocket clip is it's pretty deep ride pocket clip, which is really nice. The actual knife disappears into your pocket, and you do get tip up or tip down right hand carry and tip up left hand carry. Obviously, because of the lock, you wouldn't be able to do the tip down left hand carry. So you do get a 3-position pocket clip, which is nice. Now, the one thing that I did want to note is that normally when you get the full titanium handle knives, it's usually a frame lock side, and that's why you would normally not have anything on it, any type of work or anything like that. It would be plain, as you see right here. You do get on this side, you do get some work on there. These lines, these contour lines are pretty nice. Now, I would have wanted to see have them kept that on the other side as well. Again, you don't have the frame lock to get in the way, so I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Now, because of the fact that they did that, obviously it slides in and out of your pants really smoothly because there's nothing there, but these aren't as protruding as to cause any type of issue sliding in and out of the pants. So again, it's more of a personal preference. I wish they would have kept that that line work going through both sides. It would have looked pretty cool. There is some generous jimping right on the top of the blade, and it's actually very functional. Your thumb digs right into there, and it gives you a really nice purchase on the knife itself. As you guys can see, this is more of a a smaller medium knife. I don't know if that makes any sense. So it's just above a small knife, but not a full-size medium knife. But I do get a full 4-finger purchase on the knife itself, which is really nice. There is no lanyard hole on this, but because of the fact that it's open construction and you do have this standoff way back here, you're actually able to attach a lanyard on there if you wanted to. But again, because the pocket clip makes the knife ride so low in your pants, unless you give it a longer lead on the actual lanyard, the lanyard might be a little lower than the pocket clip will actually have the knife hanging on your pants. The blade steel on this is 8CR13 MOV. Again, it's pretty easy to sharpen, holds a decent edge, so it's a good everyday steel. Now, what I had noticed is on mine, it doesn't have the steel, the 8CR13 MOV stamped on the blade where you would normally find it on other ones, which is right underneath here. I don't know if it's they just kind of forgot to do it on this one, but all the other reviews that I've seen, it does say 8CR13 MOV stamped under there. But again, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to point it out in case somebody saw that it wasn't on there. So all in all, this is, again, for a full titanium handle knife, it's a good example. It's a good starting point, especially if you don't want to spend too much money on it. By way of comparison, I always like to bring something else similar to it. And pretty much the only thing that I had that was closer to this is the Spyderco Techno. Obviously, you guys can see now the price difference. The Techno is, over $100 versus, the Dimension is under $100. But obviously no assisted on this. But for the most part, I'm not focusing so much on size difference or anything like that. This is more so you guys can see comparison of a full titanium handle knife and another one side by side. And then here you can see the thickness of the titanium handles. Obviously on the Dimension they are a tad thicker. So you see there. All right, so there you go. This is the Kershaw Dimension. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.